Hey, how's it going? I just want to share a deep thought with you guys today. I was reading the Bible earlier and something really stuck out to me. Also, I'm thinking back to when I was young, a little girl. I remember just making my father a card. It was, I think, Father's Day, so I spent so much time on it. And I was just kind of off by myself doing it. I remember hearing my dad saying, Laura, come here for a sec. And he just wanted to hang out. But I just kept taking my time drawing, doing like these really cool letters on it and, adding detail. And then he called me a second time saying, Laura, like, just come here for a second. And I was just kind of ignoring him because I was so focused on what I was making for him instead of being with him. And then finally, after like so much time, I went over and I showed him, look what I made, look at the card. And really what I found out afterwards was he just wanted to be with me. That was the main key thing. It wasn't so much just the card I made or the present, but he's like, Laura, you know what, I just love spending time with you. And that story actually reminds me a lot of this Mary and Martha story when Jesus comes over to their house. You see, Mary and Martha were two sisters, and you can imagine sisters, like, sometimes they fight 1 second, 1 second they're tight. And so this one girl, Martha, she's just so into cleaning, so obsessed with like doing all this stuff, and she gets herself really, really busy. And then there's Mary, who's kind of like chill, laid back in this story. So basically, Jesus goes over and hangs out and, just knocks on the door. He just comes in. Martha welcomes him in. And, at this moment, of course, Martha would be, like, running around, I mean, most people would. It's the Son of God coming over to your house. So she's vacuuming, she's cooking her food and just putting everything away in the right position. I'm sure she's making sure that her house is not dusty. Like, she wants it to be perfect. Jesus is coming over and he's there. And as Jesus is, I'm sure, tired from a busy day, he's just kind of sitting back in the living room. I just picture him chilling there. And he's just, he wants to just rest a bit. So Mary, the second sister, comes over and just chills. She's right beside him, just kind of chilling at his feet and hanging out. And so, Martha, of course, she gets a bit upset. She comes in and she's saying, Jesus, like, how come she gets to just chill? Like, what's going on here? I just want to read right here in Luke 10:39. She had a sister called Mary who sat at the Lord's feet listening to what he had to say. But Martha was distracted by all the preparations that had to be made. So she came to him, asking, Lord, don't you even care that my sister has left me to do the work by myself? Tell her to help me. So what are the distractions in your life? What are the things right now slowing you down from chilling in God's presence? What are those things? Because I'm sure we all have them. And you know what? Like, I can kind of relate with Martha because life does just get busy and, we go at a fast pace. And right here, you just have Mary, who she's really gotten it. And at the end of the story, I love it so much because Jesus actually says this back. Martha, Martha, you're so worried and upset about many things, but only one thing is needed. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken away from her. And so Jesus is saying, you know what? Mary has gotten it. She's got it. Like, Mary knows what's up. Like, she's just hanging out in my presence. And that's what I really want. That's what Jesus is saying. And so as we live a busy life, I challenge you to take time away to just chill with God and to really get to know what he's saying and like what he wants to tell you. Yes, like, okay, as I finish with this, yes, it could seem like the to-do list is so big, and like you look at your week, you look at your month, it scares you looking at your calendar with all of the obligations that's going on and just the busyness of life. But I truly think that God has created us to have a life where we're spending it with him, truly in relationship. And sometimes we think that, well, we can push time with God aside and then I'll just get caught up in things and then maybe the leftover time I'll give it to God. But I think that the times that we spend alone with God in the secret place, and by secret place I mean just praying with him, reading the word, spending time in worship, when we can truly do those things, then God takes off those burdens. He takes away the worry, all of the stress can go away, and it's great. So does this mean that we just quit work and we just like give up on school and we never go back again? Of course not. We gotta be wise, we gotta be smart. God's given us all those things. But I challenge you to just set aside time today to just go hang out with Him. And you're going to feel so refreshed, so much better. So be like a Mary, not a Martha. Yeah, Mary truly kept it real, for sure. So, yeah, it was good hanging out. Peace.